Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new. My name is Charlotte, and in today's video it was supposed to be a whole house clean with me, but it ended up being that the footage that was from me cleaning the entire house was jumping around because I was using a motion sensor type thing to rotate my camera, and it was actually causing me some slight motion sickness while I was editing the video. And I think if I had left the video at regular speed, it would have been decent, but speeding it up, doing the time-lapse type stuff, it was jumping around too much. So I went ahead and just cut all of that footage, and we are starting off here with doing some dishes in my kitchen. We'll go outside, and I needed to trim some of the hedges in the front of my house. So I share that with you guys. That was after I had done a front yard mowing and all of that type of stuff, the regular weekly maintenance that I have to do with my grass during the summertime. And then I bring you back inside, and I actually switch around my TV room. So taking you along with me, and then you can kind of see the thought process of what I'm trying to do within the house. And really and truly, I do need to get rid of some furniture. So that is my plan. Now, since I have my mom's van, I plan on trying to pack up some of the furniture and going and donating it. So we'll see where that goes. But let's go ahead and get in with the dishes and then into some yard work. Really doing dishes if you're not getting your shirt wet anyway. But I have dishes in the dishwasher sitting waiting to get turned on. My mom came in. We're switching cars around so I can drive her minivan, and I can actually get out of the house instead of just driving to the park and ride, and I can have a life again basically. But there were more dishes than could fit into the dishwasher, so I've hand washed. Those are air drying at the moment, and I'm gonna go get cleaned up a little bit, and Mom and I are gonna go have an early dinner, and then I will pick up tomorrow, I think, or later today or something like that, but try to pick up a little bit later today, tomorrow, something like that. My lower back is doing much better. However, my headache keeps coming back. So I have not taken anything for the headache, but I think it's just alignment, spine, skeletal alignment that's causing some of the problems, and the weather. I haven't checked the pressure, but the pressure might be having, with storms and everything, might be causing some of the headache problems. But I will be back here in a moment.
You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you. I go all in to lose or win. Real things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane.
Moving on inside of the house, we are here in the TV room, and I will be moving the furniture all around in the TV room, putting the TV on the opposite wall, and pulling the bookcases over here on the wall with the TV. I also will be changing out the air filter, rotating the couch, and, making a big mess of the house yet again. But, it's all a work in progress, so we're making do right now.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't let. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I'm made this way, but why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things. say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Mm-mm. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when this should...
Okay, I'm going to dust the built-in bar for a little bit because it was dusty, and then I come back to these walls because they are textured just like the ceilings in this house are textured, and it's a hard example to explain on the texture, but it's not like the orange peel texture or the, you know, spray stuff and then they knock it down or any of that. This is kind of like they put drywall compound on the walls and then they used a type of brush that when you lift up on the brush, it causes spikes, for lack of a better description. And I understand why they did that, because this is a very big room and the echo in the room when you don't have all the furniture and all of that is actually quite loud. Even when I had carpet in the room, the echo is quite loud. And now that there is only the area rug, it's without all the furniture and everything, it can get to be a little bit echoey, really echoey in this house. So I have thought about maybe at some point trying to figure out how to get rid of the texture, but that would probably involve a lot of sanding. However, I don't know if I could do the same process of like removing popcorn ceiling stuff, because it would actually be having to scrape the layer of drywall compound that is almost 50 years old. So it's kind of like, the only other thing I can think of is just to go over with some more drywall compound and make it flat. And that takes a lot of experience to get all of that to look decent. So I am just going to go ahead and keep the texture there. It does help, like I said, with the acoustics of the room and everything. So now that I've removed everything, it's time to change the air filter. I don't show you changing the air filter, but you see it fall down from the seal from where I was at. And then I do point the camera up to show you, because once I got up there, I'm like, ooh, the grate needs to be dusted badly. So I definitely think I'm going to have to get a taller ladder with these bookcases here, because I'm not going to be removing the books and all of that. The ladder that I have is a 6-foot tall ladder, and I don't go higher than where I was standing because, one, it's not safe, but it's very hard for me to, even with the ladder pushed up against the wall, very hard for me to actually reach the top latch of the air vent thing. So it actually is kind of a struggle to get up there and do that. So I think I'm going to have to get maybe an 8-foot ladder or something like that to be able to get up there. Or I have to pull out the big ladder, extendable ladder that I use to get up for when I get up on the roof, or way up there in the corner of the vaulted ceiling when I'm trying to paint and stuff like that. And I don't want to do that because with the cats and all of that, it's kind of dangerous. Okay. I'm going to take a break from here. I have been trying to decide what exactly I want to do. I still have the IKEA shoe cabinets, the 2 of them out in my garage currently, and I have been debating, I might need to move my, what is it called? I don't need that many shoe cabinets, but I don't want them to be stored out in the garage much longer. So I need to see how big the wall is, but I may need to also switch around where my TV is, well, where the shoe cabinets are in my bedroom with the dresser, and then where the dresser currently is at, put a whole wall, I have to see if it works, a whole wall of the shoe cabinets. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that though. One thought is that it can't fit here, the shoe cabinets can't fit here because 46 inches to the bottom of the house alarm keypad. So one option is to put one on that side, move the air purifier over here, like over here, or keep the air purifier over there. I also have a white litter box enclosure that is buried back there in the back of the front room. Might be able to see it, sort of. No, that's boxes. You can't see it, but there's one buried way back there that if I move these bookcases down, it might fit down here. So I do have a spot in the wall where the outlet is at, because I just don't feel like trying to find one of my slim, if I have any. I have to look around to see if I have any more, to put it there, basically to go over the wall outlet, so that way I can actually push the bookcases up behind it or in front of it, and then still have where I can plug stuff in. I want to keep the air purifier there, although this, I think I'm gonna move, eventually I'm gonna move it to the garage, but I have to clean out the garage, and you can't see what that is, but that's the brown Expedit unit, and it is an Expedit unit, not a Calyx. Move that out to the garage eventually, along with the other two, but the shorter one I can actually move over here behind the pink chair. I move the pink chair over here. So there's going to be a lot of furniture shuffling over the next couple of days, and then I can put this over there on the back side of the fireplace for now. But I want to get casters or something like that for the Expedit units, so that way I can just roll them outside basically and put them into the garage. But the garage has to be cleaned before I can do that. But if I could get those two IKEA shoe cabinets back inside the house. So the other option, put one there. I could put one there for the time being, like on the far side over here. Keep the litter box enclosure over there, because eventually I do want to get rid of that litter box enclosure, because it doesn't fit my litter boxes at all. So, and then shoe cabinet over there, and then bookcases over there. Pull, okay, this one over there, small one over there. Then I could put the third unit along that wall in my bedroom. That might be the easiest thing to do. Okay, the house is a mess and it's going to be a while. Like I said, I'm going to try to get most of the furniture moved. I don't know if I'll bring the shoe cabinets in because I kind of have to do stuff in my bedroom. So, like I said, I'm going to keep the bookcases there. I need to double check if I have a slim socket type thing that I can put, but so there's a gap between. There's a gap right here between these because of the outlet right now. But with these here, I may not actually be able to. I'm gonna probably have to get a taller ladder, but to get up there to change the air filter on a regular basis. But it was kind of annoying every time I had to change that. I'd have to move the TV cabinet, so this way I was able to reach it when I had the shoe cabinets under here, and they were 50 inches and they were a little bit skinnier, I think, maybe a couple inches skinnier, so we'll have to test it out. mainly I can reach the bottom thing, it's the top one, and that's the one that's like, the top one is the most difficult one to deal with on getting it down or up into the lock position or unlock position. So that's where it's kind of like, but the idea is to rotate the couch. I'm gonna have to move the carpet as well, but I'm gonna have to rotate the couch 90 degrees so that way it's running like this and then facing the TV. And but I'm gonna have to move the carpet, the rug, that way as well. Pink chair will go back there in the corner, but before I move that back there, I'm gonna move the shorter Expedit unit back there behind there. Just cause. And then I'm gonna have to extension cord plug. Basically, I'm gonna have to have the extension cord running along here. Hopefully the cats don't mess with it. But I may have to move the piano out to get to the, it's gonna be difficult. I've cleared everything off. I don't know when the camera shut off, the battery died, but I am actually gonna rotate the carpet because this one corner that is over there folded up right now, it is the only corner that kind of has a little up thing. So I'd rather put that underneath the couch. That way vacuum cleaner doesn't get attached to it or any of that. So of course, I don't know if you can see behind, but the cats are treating the sofas as a obstacle course, and you missed, I think you missed it, but Jackie jumped up here, then came down, and so it's been a little interesting with these cats. So we're getting there. We are getting there. I still haven't looked to see if I have a thing, but it's still the same day. So, and it's about midday.
Let you know how I feel. You walk up to me, stop dancing to the music and the chase, like this was meant to be. Take my hand, I feel my heart beat, and I don't want this moment to stop. Time to go home, don't want this night to end. Yeah, about time we stop pretending. Come home with me, let's write a history. Tonight I'll make you see. It's all about us, it's all about us. As we're dancing close together, making out. It's all about us.
Okay, so now when you walk in from the bedrooms and the office, this is what the front room looks like with, or the TV room with the TV here. There's my tripod. We have the small Expedit unit over there. I need to clean off that over there, but you know, work in progress. Again, work in progress. We have all the cat trees right here by the window for all the cats. Ladder will go outside. There's the dirty air filter. Then we have the bookcases. And once I find the slim socket thing, I'll figure out where is center and move the bookcases left or right once I find the slim socket or order one so I can plug stuff in. And then coming around, air purifier, the tent I need to take outside. Then we have this plant that I moved from that corner over there because the cats were eating it. So, but we have the like shoe part of the shoe cabinets right here. They're both right there. So if I can bring them inside and do a switcheroo with that, then that's good. We have shelves for the smaller bookcases right there on the table with my pillows from the couch. And this still looks like a room. It's decent. Blankets everywhere, cat toys everywhere. Here's what the Expedit units look like. I want to get casters or something like that on them so that way I can move them outside and get them out of here so I can move the piano over to fit right here where the units are and then do some work over there. So definitely more to come on all of this, but I think I'm going to end the video here so that way it's not too long of a cleaning video because moving furniture around was quite long. But I will see you guys next time. I will be back in another budgeting video or cleaning video. And yeah, this house is a work in progress, but we're getting there and all of that. But I will see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you are notified whenever I do post my next video. And also like this if you enjoyed it. Thank you everybody, and if you stayed this long, leave this emoji. I can't put my hand the right way. Leave this emoji, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everybody.